I was busy. I was doing well. And by the way, my lack of athletic prowess didn't make the Olympics a logical step for me. In fact, after I accepted the position, my oldest son called and said, Dad, I've spoken to the brothers. We saw the paper this morning. We want you to know there's not a circumstance we could have conceived of that would put you on the front page of the sports section. The Olympics were not a logical choice, but that was one of the best and most fulfilling choices of my life. Opportunities for you to serve in meaningful ways may come at inconvenient times, but that will make them all the more precious. People of different faiths, like yours and mine, sometimes wonder where we can meet in common purpose when there are so many differences in creed and theology. Surely the answer is that we can meet in service, in shared moral convictions about our nation stemming from a common worldview. The best case for this is always the example of Christian men and women working and witnessing to carry God's love into every life. People like the late Chuck Colson. Not long ago, Chuck recounted a story from his days just after leaving prison. He was assured by people of influence that even with his prison record, a man with his connections and experience could still live very comfortably. They'd make some calls, get Chuck situated, set him up once again as an important man. His choice at that crossroads would make him instead a great man. The call to service is one of the fundamental elements of our national character and culture. It has motivated every great movement of conscience that this hopeful, fair-minded country of ours has ever seen. Sometimes, as Dr. Viktor Frankl observed in his book For the Ages, it's not a matter of what we're asking of life, but rather what life is asking of us. How often the answer to our own problems is to help others with theirs. And all of these things, family, faith, work, service, the choices we make as Americans, in other places, are not even choices at all. For so many on this earth, life is filled with orders, not options, right down to where they live, the work they do, and how many children the state will allow them to have. All the more reason to be grateful this and every day that we live in the United States of America, where the talent God gave us may be used in freedom. Thank God for this country. And so at this great Christian institution, you've all learned a thing or two about these gifts and the good purposes they can serve. They're yours to have and yours to share. Sometimes your liberty education will set you apart, and always it will help direct your path. And as you now leave and make for new places near and far, I hope for each one of you that your path will be long and life will be kind. The ideals that brought you here, the wisdom you gained here, and the friends you found here, may these blessings be with you always, wherever you go. Thank you to you all. God bless you, and God bless the United States of America.
And you've been listening to Republican presidential candidate Mitt Romney speaking there at Liberty University. He's trying to connect with conservative Christians and evangelicals. Just about 7 minutes into his speech, saying marriage is a relationship between one man and one woman. We'll take a look at some of the key moments of that commencement speech with our political reporter Shannon Travis on the other side of this break. Presumptive GOP presidential nominee Mitt Romney gets a chance to find some common ground with evangelical Christians. He's just finished the commencement address at Liberty University, a school that teaches that Romney's Mormon faith is a cult. Shannon Travis watched the speech there for us. And Shannon, I guess I want to get your take. It took only about 7 minutes or so for him to mention same-sex marriage and saying that marriage is between one man and one woman.
That's right. Only a few minutes before he went right into that. Just a bit of background, Randy. Yesterday, the campaign told us that Mitt Romney would not specifically mention gay marriage. And in fact, he didn't say the words gay marriage, but obviously he talked about the theme of traditional marriage and defending that. Let's take a listen to what Mitt Romney himself said just a few moments ago.
Culture, what you believe, what you value, how you live, matters. Now, as fundamental as these principles are, they may become topics of democratic debate from time to time. So it is today with the enduring institution of marriage. Marriage is a relationship between one man and one woman.
Now, Randy, outside of that soundbite, the speech was not overtly political. There were no specific attacks against President Obama, yet he did come here. It was political in the sense that he's obviously courting these religious conservatives here at Liberty University. He mentioned God. I counted so many times I actually lost track. He talked about trusting in God, sending these students off into the work world, the first phase of their careers. Take a listen at one soundbite that caught my attention in terms of religion.
It strikes me as odd that the free exercise of religious faith is sometimes treated as a problem, something America is stuck with instead of being blessed with. Perhaps religious conscience upsets the designs of those who feel that the highest wisdom and authority comes from government.
Now, Randy, the references to God and religion are noteworthy because, as you know, there were a lot of public protests against Mitt Romney coming here to Liberty University. Why? Because obviously the candidate is Mormon, and this university itself teaches that Mormonism is not part of the Christian faith. So you saw a lot of students before today's commitment protesting that, but we didn't actually see any physical protesting here at the commencement itself. Randy?
What I understand, the commencement Facebook page, Shannon, actually had to be shut down, right? Because there was so many complaints by students there about his coming to speak.
That's right. It was a heated debate on Facebook, on the university's Facebook page, over having him come here. But again, we haven't seen any evidence of students actually protesting here physically. It's pretty much all been confined to online as far as we know, Randy.
All right, Shannon Travis, appreciate that. Thank you very much.